This Manga Monday is dedicated to an amazing story that I happened to stumble upon. Kinateru hito ga otoko ja nakata. The guy she was interested in wasn't a guy at all. This slice-of-life comedy Shoujo-ai manga depicts the wholesome and beautiful love story between two girls who go from complete strangers to the ultimate besties to potentially one day even more. The official synopsis of the story goes that the guy she was interested in wasn't a guy at all, depicts the love story between a high school girl and her classmate who she mistakes as a guy outside of school. They eventually bond over their shared taste in rock music. Very straightforward, short and sweet and simple, and I love it. We meet the two characters, Aya Osawa, age 17. She's part of the popular crowd and is a typical, energetic, flashy and trendy girl. Her grades aren't great, but she has good communication skills and lots of friends. She's popular with guys, but she has zero interest in the guys at school. She comes across as kind of aloof towards them. She loves rock music, but doesn't have anyone to share her love with. She tried to share it with her friends, but they just didn't understand, which left her hurt and afraid of judgment. Mitsuki Koga, on the other hand, also age 17, has a quiet and reserved personality. Her classmates mistake her for an anime otaku. She can be a little airheaded in certain circumstances. Both of these two characters, who seem like complete opposites, one day by chance happen to come together, and they are joined by their love for music. I love that this manga delves into the impactful story of the two protagonists and finds themselves questioning their identity, facing social pressure, and navigating through self-discovery through their shared love of music. It's a quintessential coming-of-age story that provides a unique spin on the tale that is truly unforgettable. Right off the bat, you cannot talk about this manga without mentioning the art style. Color is the name of the game for this manga, and its emphasis on art isn't new or uncommon, but there's just something about this specific green that is utilized throughout the entire manga that is so enthralling to the eyes and to the soul. It's utterly mesmerizing. It really reminds me of Van Gogh's yellow period, where a lot of his art was heavily bathed in hues of golds and yellows. It becomes an iconic and necessary part of the art and the story that you immediately associate with the emotions within it. And for some ends of the chapter, the art's just badass. I love that they've made this very bright and in-your-face neon subtle in some instances where it needs to be, and then make it explode into huge, amazing, beautiful panels to really demonstrate the emotions going on in the characters, and it's phenomenal. The manga's exploration of gender identity is so commendable. It delves into the complexities of personal identity, especially when it comes to clothing style. Like, Mitsuki looks amazing no matter what she wears, and so it's so good to see a character who's comfortable dressing how they want to and kind of exploring their style and trying to figure out what it means for themselves. This manga really delves into the complexities of personal identity and the struggles individuals face when trying to conform to social expectations. Just like Mitsuki, Aya is always seen as the popular pretty girl, kind of like a gyaru but not quite there, and so to be interested in rock music seems so out of left field to everyone, to the point where they're like almost alienating her for it. And so she also feels that conflict of not knowing if she should go her own path and do what she wants or if she should conform. Their internal conflicts experienced by them are portrayed with so much depth and empathy and authenticity. Their journey towards self-acceptance and the acceptance of others, and it portrays these challenges of emotional turmoil faced by so many people in similar situations. And I love that no matter the conflict the girls come from face, they come together through their love of music, and that's how they understand each other best. This manga is basically the female and less toxic version of Given, and if you love music, I highly recommend this manga because two strangers coming together for their love of music is such a wholesome experience, and we all know that feeling of being given the aux cord and your friends going like,
"Oh boy!" That's definitely Yes!
Such a good feeling. And like when you both love the same song or a new album drops and you both listen to it together and talk about it, it's just so wholesome. I utterly love it. The second thing that's exceptional for this anime for me is honestly the comedy. I'm a sucker for a good situational comedy and hilarious storytelling. And when I originally read the synopsis, I thought, okay, cool. A girl has a crush on a guy who works at the local music store. No big deal. But then, in classic anime and manga fashion, they go to the same school. And that's a 1 in a million chance. But hey, it's a story and you have to have the characters interact somehow, right? Many stories do that. Not a problem. But they're in the same classroom and Aya doesn't recognize her at all? Nah, that's insane. When I read that, I had the same face of Mitsuki. I was like, no.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Greatest strength of this manga really lies in its ability to educate and bring awareness to the struggles of individuals in the LGBT community. By presenting the story with authenticity and respect, it really encourages readers to broaden their understanding and leading to a more inclusive and compassionate society. I love stories that highlight at the end of the day, people are just people. Liking the same gender or going down a different path or having a different taste in music doesn't make you any less human. And when you're trying to figure all that out in your life as a teen, it's confusing and can be hard at times, and it's okay to make mistakes and figure it out. But most importantly, it's imperative that you highlight the joys that you can find amidst the chaos. And I'm so glad to see that's conveyed in a story like this, as music has always been known for bringing people of all walks of life together. The guy she was interested in wasn't a guy at all is a standout manga that skillfully handles the subject of gender identity with grace, sensitivity, and a captivating narrative. Its positive representation, emphasis on acceptance make it a must-read for fans of thought-provoking storytelling, and it's an amazing music comedy if you just want to have a wholesome feel-good moment. Whether you're a fan of the manga or simply looking to broaden your horizons, it's definitely a must-read that will leave you with a deeper appreciation for music and love and diversity.